Hello, my friend Ado. I really don't know what's going on. I think there's some serious flaws with my copy of the game. I thought I had another. It woke you up, did it? Oh man, I can't even go into the menu to look at even the field information, and it kicks me off the broadcast. It is so frustrating. Where's my other rock picker? I thought I had another one. I can't even look at. Yeah, it's. Oh, there it is. This is the new. Thanks for coming back, everybody. Both of you. It's a good way to lose viewers. Yeah, I can't. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm going to have to on the weekend. I think I'm just going to have to uninstall my game, delete everything, and start and reinstall it. I don't know what else to do because every time I go into the menu, it kicks me off the live stream. Yeah. See, we had 9 people in here. Now we're toast again. It's so so terribly frustrating. So it's just going to be, us not looking at the menu. Yeah, and what's even worse is it wasn't doing it before they did the update, and now it's like I literally crashed about 6 times trying to build this farm before the live stream today. Trying to buy stuff in the store and set it up, and it kept like crashing. I had to save every time I bought something because it would crash on me. And it's like, oh my god. Hey, thanks for coming back. Yeah, so yeah, thanks buddy. Thanks for coming back. Oh man. Every time I go, second time. That's what. Unfortunately, I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to be looking at the fields from the PDA. I'm not going to look at the map. I can't even look at the map anymore, and it kicks me off of the live. Kicks me off the broadcast. So. What's that? Giants give you a non-working code for. Oh, yeah. The tree. Did you see it? Oh, okay. Because DJ didn't even go through what's on the testing list today. Because there's like 116 mods on the testing list. Yeah, I didn't even look at it because I was busy. Well, work was kind of busy today, and so he's working away on that. I do like this little John Deere. It's really nice. What else are we doing here? This is all stuff. What is he doing? Oh, he's turning around. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry about that. It's very frustrating with the being kicked off of the broadcast all the time. Whenever I go into the menu, so I'm not going back in the menu. We're just going to have to stick around here So while those guys are working away, where is that windrower? There it is. Okay, so stuck. So all three of you in here. Maybe I'll tell this story later too. You may recall this. This is the Swadro Krone Swadro 2000. I did the initial review on this a little while back, not too long ago. Welcome everybody. This is the Krone Swadro 2000. Well, yeah. Did you see the requirements of the to become a qualified to apply for become a Giants partner? I think it's 1,500 points, and yeah, Bruce. Well. Yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch of catches there, Bruce. Thanks for coming back. I'm having this problem with if I go into the game menu, it kicks me off the broadcast, and I don't know why. But anyways, it's very frustrating. So yeah, YouTube. If you had for every subscriber in YouTube, you get 1 point. Twitch. I don't know what's it about Twitch that you get 2 points if you're on Twitch. Does it? Yeah, it's not for everyone. I don't even know anything about it, so I hear you, Bruce. It's not for everyone. I don't know enough about it. I guess I'm assuming that if you are, you can't post any other games other than their games if you're a partner. If that's how my understanding is correct. Now. I'd be okay with that personally, but anyways, yeah. So you need 1,500 points, and each on YouTube, this per subscriber is 1 point, and Twitch is worth 2 points. Why I don't know. And every other social media, I believe it's mentioned, is like less than a point. So, yeah, you're gonna have to have a good base of subscribers. Yeah, me neither, Bruce. I don't use. Oh, Facebook was mentioned. I think I don't use anything else. I'm only on YouTube because, well, that's what I know. When you can yeah, I couldn't be bothered. But anyways, this Krone. Yeah, Mr. Yeah, that's pretty much Mr. Seeley P because he does so much other stuff too. Yeah, in total, yeah, 1,500 points in total. So for all platforms. So the modder for this is GTX, of which I found out when I did the initial review because he kind of left a comment on my video review. If you go back to look at it in the comments, he said he thanked me for the review, and then he said he'll fix because there was a very minor problem. It was just it didn't really affect. Let's get it open up. I'll explain. I'll spend a little bit of time here because he was so gracious about it, and I have to plug him a little bit. When I tested it, there was a little bit of a buildup of grass between these two when being used, and it would kind of squeak out a little bit sometimes and leave a little bit behind. And then when you continued on, it would kind of like pull some with it. It really didn't affect. I mean, it left a little bit behind, but big deal. I didn't really make a big deal out of it. I just kind of mentioned that's what it was doing. And sure enough, yesterday, the update, if you noticed, the update came out for it. And And so, of course, I did a review on it on the update to explain what was updated because, well, because he's seen my video and fixed the problem that I found with his mod, and he did it like it hasn't been out that long. I mean, it was sitting there. Who's Twitch? Twitch. That's what happens when you get that itch. You get a twitch. So, yeah, that was pretty cool when a modder sees that you've tested something and found something, and they fix it, and they thank you for it. I don't know of that happening too often, really. I know. Kaz64 is pretty good with communicating with people, with content creators and so forth. So there are a number of modders out there, and they do watch. They do watch the what we put out. So yeah, I mean, and so from what I understand with mods, they can't test them on console. Yeah, well, at least the one modder has noticed me reviewing his mods, so it's cool. And I actually just after Bruce's stream there, I noticed I picked up like where is it? I picked up like 3 or 4 subscribers or something like that, just like that. So I'm going to thank Bruce anyways, whether or not it was because of it, because we were in there. So again, thanks to Bruce. Bruce's Gaming, check him out. He's been very generous with his recommendation of me. And yeah, it's been going pretty good, so I can't complain. And I'm still having fun, so that's the best part. And I'm really enjoying this live streaming stuff, where you guys we can interact with things. And no, Bruce, thank you. The JD 2020, I believe. Now, how long ago was that? I'm pretty sure I did one. If it, let me see. I'd have to look back. I can't go and look in my menu right now because it's going to kick me off the broadcast. So we'll have to. I'll have to check back. There was a bunch of them that came out. So let's see here. I did one. Oh, the Sid modding. Yeah. Okay. So it was. It's over here somewhere. Was it not? I do believe this is the Sid. The Sid modding one that just recently was these. It came with 2 headers. Was it not this one, the T670i, or the 2020? I think it's this one here. Because this one has the bigger, this one has the bigger hopper, the 27,000 liter hopper. I'm pretty sure I did a review video on it. Just can't remember when that was. It would have been the day the day after it was released. It works perfectly. There is absolutely nothing no issues whatsoever with. I think it had an update. Oh, I think what it was, it didn't. Was this the one that didn't stop good? I think that was the problem with it. It didn't break fast. Yeah, that was a while ago, and then there was an update for it, and it fixed it. Because now there's so many mods, right? I lose track. So before it would take forever to stop, and now it's like stops on a dime. So, yeah, actually, none of the. That's what. Yeah, you're right. That's right, Bruce. That's what it was. Everything was good except the brakes. It would take like a mile to stop, and now it stops like on a dime. So I remember comparing it to other breakfast. I remember comparing it to some of the others, and it was like it would take like 12 lengths to stop, and the others didn't. So yeah, but that was fixed, so it's all good now. I have it permanently installed. This Tatra, it's under forestry. It's my favorite semi. If you pick the automatic transmission, it goes. Yeah, it's a good one. They've all been actually good. I haven't had any except for that one little bit of a brake problem. Yeah, there was that. I have that one was released recently too. JD Harvester. All the harvesters that come out have actually been good. There's been no issues with any of them that I could find. A lot of the issues I've been finding lately are with. Well, not a lot actually. You know what? I can't say I've found a lot of issues, which is good because that means they're getting it right, or for the most part they are. There have been some, in my opinion, some cheap ones, and I'm going to express my personal opinion right now. We've been seeing a lot of mods, and I don't see anybody been picking up on them really, because I've watched other reviews. And we've been getting a lot of tractors that are basically a base game tractor, and they've added, now you can open the windows, or you can pick a different color, and that's it. There's no. It's like everything else was the same. It's like exactly the same. It's like, for example, you would take this tractor out of the base game. What's that, Bruce? The JHHG harvesters. Yeah, we didn't get any of those yet. We actually. They released a planter, I believe, just the other day. If I look at the mod hub, was it yesterday or the day before? Yeah, they released the John Deere the John Deere R8, yeah. It's not as good as the in-game one. Oh, on PC. Okay, so I see, Bruce. That last R8 that got released, it looks like it was from just a direct port over from 19, and it's actually by JMZ. Yeah, so it's an R8 but it's less horsepower than the base game one, and it has less tire options than the base game one, and it has less options than the base game one. So why would you? I mean, if you're a JD fan, I guess, and you want another one, but for me, my memory tends to fill up really quickly, and to have a tractor that's nearly identical but not as good as a base game one that's already in part of the game that I don't have to use my memory to have. I'm not gonna have it in my I'm not gonna have it. Yeah, it's an older style, and I mean, you know what? If you want all the JD stuff, then yeah, go for it. But I don't need another tractor that's exactly or nearly exactly the same as another one, and fill up my memory and mod hub and all that stuff. So that's just my 2 cents. And there's been a lot of tractors lately, recently that, for instance, the Fendt Vario 300 by Snibbly Modding. He's had a few out. The only difference between that and the base game one is a few color options, and I think the window's open. So the 40, yeah, you know what? I think they're coming actually. The 40 series tractors. If I could be wrong about that for sure, because I've been wrong before, and I'll probably be wrong again. If you're talking about the base game R8s, yeah, they are. You know, and Sid released that pack with the tanks, which were nice. And if you want extra tanks for that, he modified the RX8, I think, the 4-track R8 to fit those tanks. But other than that, all the tractors in that pack are basically just base game tractors. So I don't get it too much, really. But I know it's pretty hefty download megabytes too. So it's not for me. If it's not different enough than something that's already in the base game. The plant, yeah. See, that's the other thing is the planter by JHHJ. Sorry, I can never say that. It's just the base game planter with the liquid fertilizer added to it. Yeah, exactly, Backwoods. I like getting new, but not just a version of something we already have. Unless it's something that drastically improves it, like the stock Stomper. But the megabyte download for the stock Stomper is like 9 kilobytes or something ridiculous. It's like infinitesimally low that, like, it doesn't matter, right? So why not have it? If it's something that the download is so small, I don't mind. I don't mind adding something. The Field Creator Pack, well, it gives you a whole bunch of more cultivators to choose from because it kind of duplicates everything. But it's like nothing to download, so it doesn't cost you anything in that sense. So yeah, the planter, I was excited at first because a new planter, but then I realized, yeah, I agree, Bruce. The base game tractors could use a few, although for me there's kind of a fine line between having options and having too many options. Now, if you remember the tractors in Farm Sim, some of the tractors that came out in Farm Sim 19, not base game ones, the modded ones, They had so many darn options. It would take you half an hour to scroll through all the tire options till you found the one you wanted. And it was just kind of like, I just want duals. Give me some duals. I don't want 6 million choices for weights and 32 choices for brands, and just like, I don't care what brand of tire it is, really. Does it work? So having a few options is nice, and having some color options is nice, and having a few, obviously, engine options and a few weight options. But when you have 32 tire options and 64 weight, pallet loading. Well, I have a video on that backwoods. Yeah, I agree, Bruce. They should have options. I think, but like I said, there's a fine line between how many you get. There is such a thing as too many options, I think. Just me personally, for example, the 8.2 Studio things always had like a bazillion options, and I just got a headache trying to scroll through all the. Oh, he's full. Okay, scrolling through all these tractors that I bought. It's like, where's the one I want? The JCB one is there's some nice forklifts out there. Lumber, yeah. I wish we had some. See, now after the update, you could pick up some of the not all the pallets, but some of the pallets. And now you can't pick up any. You need forklifts. But didn't I see there was a auto pallet loading wagon in testing or something like that? The rocks are bigger, Bruce, but maybe they're popping up now. Oh, there we go. I think you're right, Bruce. Now we're going to see. So I fertilized the whole field, but I only plowed half of it, and half of it was left unplowed and fertilized. So we'll see if that makes a difference. Right? If you remember, I only plowed half the. Yeah, there seem to be more rocks now the second time, so I don't know if it's the second time around that makes it have more rocks, or we're fertilizing to produce rocks. So I need to unload. Yeah, so there's more and more. There's a few forklifts out. There's that one with the double the double spread. I think Bruce used that. You use that one with the forks that spread out to pick up two at a time, don't you, Bruce? Or you have, anyways. What are we doing now? I need to get. Yeah, no, I'm gonna drop that. Oh, I need to build a silage clamp. What is growing over here? What is this? Canola? It looks like canola. Oh, cotton. Oh, God, that's going to get plowed in. Unless we get... See, I've been waiting for that. Yeah. It seems like a pretty... I mean, it's a little bit... I guess a little finicky, maybe. I mean, you're loading 2 pallets, so it's whoops, not that one. Unhook that. There we go. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Oh, this is not a star. It's a Massey Ferguson with the communal colors. Yeah, you know what? You know what, Bruce? It's funny because yeah, I don't even think about slots anymore. For instance, I can't go into my menu. I mean, I'm probably up over 1,000 slots already, and it's like, okay, whatever. I don't even. Well, on PS5, I'm on PS5. I think you're still on PS4, so you got the 2,100 slots. So it could possibly be an issue at some point, but on PS5, it's really a non-issue right now. Yeah, I used to on 19 because it was an issue. But the slot counts are quite a bit low too. I mean, I always watch DJ Goham's because he goes through them kind of rapid fire, and I can get a quick overview of the mods sometimes. Not, I mean, I'll usually watch it anyways. And he mentions the slot count on each of them now, so it's kind of even some of the mods, complex type mods now are really low on slots. So it's kind of, yeah. It's you know what I've found is the download. The 2,700 slots. Yeah, I've noticed the megabytes it just seems to be a little bit high compared to 19. Maybe it's just my my perception. Oh no, I don't want. There we go. We'll put one there. There we go. Is it? Bot. Is anyone else know, or is it just me? You know, thinking that some of the megabyte download is a little high for some of these. I wonder if that's going to affect. That's not good. I don't think it's going to work if it's like that. How many bots? Could be the. Yeah. So it's not just me, Bruce, right? There's been some high counts on the megabytes. On PS4, I was always like, well, even on PS5, it was the game that limits how much you can download, not your memory capacity of your console. Because I was already on PS5 and playing Farm Sim 19, and it had the same memory limit. Yeah, Chad, I'm up around there, and I delete a lot of them. I download every new mod, and I'll do a review, and the ones I don't want to keep, I delete. So I'm almost wondering if that's kind of starting to screw up my. Because literally when I was building this map today, as I was buying stuff. Yeah, we're getting this with all the mods. I mean, if you've downloaded all the mods, you're probably close to 30% memory used. Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good because I mean, and that's why I'm a little bit. It peeves me a little bit with these guys that release so-called new mods that are basically just a base game mod with some color options. 28%, yeah. Yeah, although this map I noticed was 49 megabytes or something like that. I mean, some of the tractors were 40, like close to that. When you get a whole map for 49 megabytes, that's yeah. It's not how many mods you have, but how much megabytes they take up for I think that's going to be the next big issue is the memory capacity, not slots. They've reduced the slots by a bunch, but but now we have a memory capacity problem, which I did before. I was always at 98% or 99. I had to kind of go in there and take the take the hammer to some stuff and get to, kind of like, well, I got to get rid of that. And in the past, a lot of the JD stuff was high memory, high memory, or low memory, or high memory cost, I guess you could call it. All right, let's check on our plowing dude and see how he's doing. Yeah, see, I had to go back and, the reskins. Yeah, that's what kind of pisses me off. Oh, sorry, ticks me off a little bit. Was, it's like, wait a minute, and I went back and through my downloads. It's like, wait a minute, we have this in base game. This is just they just added a few colors to it, and it's like it's taken up space in my memories. Oh, the hole. Oh yeah, okay. So the holes here. So there was the barn, right? It came with this map came with that barn that's on Elm Creek, and you can't. You could there's it comes and there's a huge hole. But when you sell the barn, this I guess it's a cement piece or something like that. So that doesn't go away. So then when you try and fill in the hole, it does. You can't fill it over here. That's what that's from. Same with this piece. So yeah, that's what that's all about. I guess I could put something over top of it, but I kind of really want to open space here. What was that? Sorry, what was your question? Backwoods, he wants to make roads that you can see on the PDA. Yeah, because you can see fields. When you create a field, it'll show up. I got to turn this on. Oh, I don't want to turn on because it's going to put me in a menu. So, well, it'll just be what it is then. I'm scared to go into any kind of menu right now because I'm gonna lose all my 9 people watching again. I don't want to do that. So we'll do something else. How's our rocks coming here? Well, so far it does look like there's more rocks than they were the first time. And now he's getting into the where he didn't where it wasn't plowed before. Do they look smaller to you? I think they look smaller. There's definitely bigger rocks. I wonder if you plow it the first time, the rocks are smaller. Hard to tell. Yeah, they definitely seem bigger over here. The rocks are definitely bigger over here than over there. So, I don't know. I don't think the fertilizer has something to do with it. I think, because I fertilized that too, but it wasn't plowed first time. This was plowed once. What's that? It always looks looking down. Yeah, so I mean, I'm looking sideways, and if you go sideways, this is definitely smaller rocks on the once plowed land, because this wasn't. I only plowed half of it, so we plowed half of it, cleared off the rocks, and plowed it again bigger rocks appear the second time than they do the first time. I think that's what's happening. Interesting. All right. We should I bet you are... We have a rock picker over here. Yeah, Bruce, I think that's what's happening is the second time you plow it, it pulls up bigger rocks. I think that's what's happening. Which is interesting, because I haven't noticed that on any other maps. Well, of course, No Man's Land just brings up giant rocks every time, everywhere, all the time. What's that? Backwoods? No, it's not like that on every map, because this is the first time I've noticed it. I don't know about you, Bruce. If you've noticed it, I don't remember that being like that on any other map. Like I say, No Man's Land, the rocks are just huge right off the bat, and they stay like that. Yeah. And it looks like this one, the first plow, you get a few small ones, and then the second time around, you get bigger ones. That's what she said. So, yeah, I haven't noticed it on any other map either, so I think it seems like, yeah, it's in, I don't know what, it must be a setting or something that the map maker puts in the, when they're making the map. I would only assume. Oh, and he's full again. Wow, what's my yield on this? 88%. I think I'm getting, that's too, yeah, I'm getting incredible yield off this corn. That's too, these things are big. These are 56,000 liter trailers. And I've only done two, I mean, this is the second full trailer of chaff in this small area. It seems to me that this is getting a lot more chaff off this corn than, because I have my dairy farm on the French map, and I barely get any chaff off the corn. I have to harvest, like I would do this on two fairly large size fields and only get not even fill one of those bunkers. And it's not the largest bunker either. I often wondered if the map makers could adjust the amount of yield the crops get. That would be like an all weekend test, going to every map, testing the yield potential. Because there's so many variables now, right? I mean, because you have all these other things that affect your yield, mulching and... Welcome everyone to the stream. How's everyone doing? If anyone new, if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the chat. As Rusty would say, don't forget to leave a juicy donut in the form of a like. Yeah, right, Bruce? That would be an epic test for sure. See, I think all the base game maps are standardized to a certain, setting from Giants. But after that, because I've heard Do you ask too? No, there's no such thing. Well, I guess there is such a thing as too many questions. If you were like a 4-year-old asking asking a bunch of questions, but no, you ask some very intelligent questions. So there is such a thing as too many questions, but you have not hit that threshold yet. Good night, John. Thanks for sticking around. You have a good night, my friend. Okay, let's go this way for a bit. But yeah, anyways, well, you did say you worked. You're self-employed as a Nicholson FS. How are you doing today, sir? Thanks for stopping by. Did you not say that? Oh, I got crop destruction on. That sucks. Backwards. Did you not say you're like a tractor or a mechanic? Either work on tractors, or fix tractors, or fix vehicles, something like that. I mean, anyone who doesn't think the world is flat, and I apologize to anyone who thinks the world is flat, but it's not flat, is intelligent to some degree at least. So, all right, now. Yeah, see, I mean, a non-intelligent person would not. Well, and then again, I have to ask now: do you actually fix them, or you just work on them? Because I mean, there's a difference. It's oval, yeah, donut shaped. I think if Homer Simpson's theory is correct, the Earth is donut shaped. But anyways, let's see here. Let's go find. Okay, I went the wrong way. He's doing all right. We should plant something, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Well, then that's okay. That's so good. Because a lot of people work on stuff, but they don't end up actually fixing anything. So, I do believe it's a valid question. Just saying. All right, so what are we going to plant? Worker is blocked. See, now so here's an example. This is the base game John Deere planter. Yes, Nick, how is it going? We figured out there's interesting thing with the rocks. Bruce was kind of discovered it earlier in his live stream, and we've been kind of testing it out here, and seems like there's an interesting little twist to this map. But yeah, this is the base game planter, and JHHG Modding released one that had just basically it added liquid fertilizer tanks and a hose that would run up the front to work in conjunction with the side tanks and the 8RX that Sid Modding released, which is fine. I mean, it's kind of, they all work together, but I found it was a little bit just you didn't get for what it cost you in download and having all that extra equipment. For me, it's not worth having all that just to get a liquid fertilizer. We have we have a seeder that does liquid fertilizer, so it wasn't something that we didn't have, although it wasn't a direct drill. What was that? You have turned away Backwoods has turned away customers who say they know nothing about tractors, and then the next sentence they tell you how they've worked on it all weekend. Well, those are the ones you charge double because they've touched it before you got to it, and you have to fix the stuff that they've wrecked first before you can get to the real problem. Yeah, I've I've run into, and then they try to tell you how to fix it, right? And then they'll try to tell you how to fix it. So it's because I know enough about fixing stuff, but not. I know enough to get myself in trouble sometimes, but oh, he's full again. Wow. Okay. It's hard to not try to. Oh, he's blocked because this guy's in the way. When you're if you're not doing it yourself and you take something in to get fixed, it's hard not to try and say, well, I think it's this or I think it's that. It's like it's yeah. I'm sure I've tried the patience of many. Well, not too many. Yeah. Yeah, and I know exactly what you mean because I've been on both. Actually, I've been on both ends of that scenario backwards because, like I say, I know enough about engines and how stuff works to have. What am I looking for? Oh, I want. No, I'm not using silage additive, Bruce. I'm not. That's what's. I'm not even using silage additive. And it's like, it's filling up faster than I can. I'm going to have to follow it. I'm going to empty it and follow it because it's filling up fast. I mean, this is just a small field. This is not a very big field. And this is the biggest. I went for the biggest silage or biggest forage wagon I could. It's not a loading wagon. It's just but it's only holds like chaff or 56,000 liters again. I drove across the. I keep forgetting I got crop destruction on. I never usually use that. Yeah, there's a fine line there backwoods because, yeah, crop destruction is on, yeah. I never play with crop destruction on. Where am I going? I have lost there it is. And then when I turn it on for this because when I seen you said you had everything on, it's like, well, that's a good idea because it's a new map. You don't know how stuff how you're going to test a map if you don't have everything turned on and try it out, right? So the crop destruction works. But back to what you're saying backwards. It's I mean, you get the guys that have no clue about what's going on. And they're trying to tell you how to fix it. Well, then it's like, well, you know what? Then fix it yourself, right? So, I used to repair all my own vehicles, and a lot of you do you do research and you're trying to figure out what it could be. And lately, I've just haven't had the time or the patience to do it. So I found a good mechanic that's been very good to me, and he's reasonably priced. And so it's hard for me not to go in there and say, hey, this is what's wrong with it, can you fix it? So I say, I think it might be this, but here's the vehicle, and you tell me what you find, and I trust you. And that's kind of oh, you see that? What? Oh, you see that, Bruce? It's not picking up grass, but it's that crop. Oh, it's not doing it. It's the mulching feature of the there it is. It's doing it again. Oh, because I don't think I own the land. See, it's mulching the grass. That's what it's doing. Sorry, I'm missing chat here. There's a difference between telling me what it's doing and what you... Yeah. Yeah, if you say you just don't know, yeah. And I do, and it's like, that's why I take it to, half the time, that's why I take it to a mechanic, because it's like, hey, I don't know what's going on here. So, that's why you take it to a mechanic, right? But, oh, Ado. It's not an easy. I mean, sometimes you make good money. Sometimes you're making $3 an hour because it takes you. I mean, that's just how it happens. But yeah. Yeah. So it's. Yeah, I don't have any silage added. I wonder what it would mean. I would have to go buy some silage additive, and that would mean going into the store and then losing the stream because my game will crash. So I didn't buy any silage additive at the beginning. Don't know why it's stopping so far. Okay, that's annoying. Well, you're fixing food now, Ado. That's kind of related, right? Instead of fixing vehicles, you're fixing dinner. Although not microwaves. Apparently, it's you're pretty hard on a microwave, I hear. Just a rumor. Just a rumor I've heard. So, anyways, yes. So, mods today, aside from obviously the map that we got, which is, I mean, at this point, any new map is a welcome addition to the to the catalog. And I actually deleted my Compson farm map down, and there. What's that? You had backwards. You had a guy call you today. His tractor was making a knocking sound. Oh, wow! He forgot to refill the oil after doing an oil change. Well, that's pretty dumb. Isn't there a light that's supposed to come on saying you don't have any oil? Just usually that's what happens. All sorts of. Is it a much older? Must be a really old tractor because because the newer tractors didn't light up like the 4th of July if you didn't have any oil in there. Yeah, an idiot light usually. Usually that light comes on because it tells you you're an idiot. Yep, loose nut. Anyone ever had a steering wheel come off in their hands when they're driving? I've heard a few stories like that. Or you didn't tighten it down good enough. In the old days, you could just a nut, right? You just tighten her down. You didn't tighten it down and come loose, and it's like, you go to turn left and it's not. Oh, he ignored the light, really? Yeah. Well, I do often ignore the check engine light, but it's only because I know what it is, because I have. Unfortunately, I have to admit I've had a few tires come off myself. Not a lot, but a few. Oh, it's full again. Oh, there it is. That filled up pretty quick. Oh. Helps to unhook the trailer first. Oh, don't drive on the crop. Yeah, if it flashes, that means it's like, oh, wait a minute, there's something. So that's serious. So if anyone wants to know, or if they don't know, your check engine light, if it comes on, 9 times out of 10, it's some kind of a vacuum leak, or your gas cap is loose and it wasn't closed. The gas jockey that filled up your gas tank didn't close it properly or something. So that's usually the first thing you want to check is your gas cap. Southern Lady, how are you tonight? Welcome to the stream. We are on the new map, the construction map, although not a whole lot of construction, more like destruction. Flashing, usually in my experience, and this is not an all-encompassing experience, but flashing check engine light a lot of times is a misfire that I've found with my catalytic converter. I have never had a catalytic converter fail on me on anything, but it doesn't mean they don't fail. But usually people say that, well, a lot of shady mechanics will say, oh, it's your cat, because it's like an $800 fix. And a lot of times it isn't. But it could be O2 sensor, but it wouldn't flash. Yes, I am doing quite well today, actually. Feeling pretty good. We're having a little bit of a look-see around, do some stuff on the new map, and see what's going on. It seems like rocks are interesting. Sorry, I'm missing chat again. What's that, Ado? You had a car come off? 2-post? Yeah. You were bumping. Oh, the old fuel distribution engineer. Nice. Yeah, that's a good one. I was working at a mechanic shop for a bit, and they had a lot of the old 2-post car lifts, and the problem with car lifts in general, or at least the ones, they have cables, and they need to get replaced every once in a while. And it so happened they hadn't replaced the ones. Where are we? They hadn't replaced them for a while, and the cable snapped, and nearly dumped the car that was on its side. but very lucky they were able to gently get it down without crashing it. But I've seen videos of cars going over sideways because for one reason or another. So it can be a bit scary if maintenance isn't done properly. Yeah, let's see, the two times I I nearly lost a wheel on a vehicle due to inattention, I guess you could say. It was one of those things. I had a back wheel off of laundry. Oh yeah, well that usually puts me to sleep too, Southern lady. I had the back wheel off of a Toyota 4x4 that I had, 85 Toyota 4x4. And just as I was putting it back on, I spun the nuts on with my fingers to get the wheel on, and I got called in for a phone call, and I was just about to leave on a road trip, and I was checking the back wheels before that, and of course threw the tire on, spun the lug nuts on, finger tight, got the phone call, ran in the house, came back outside, dropped the jack down, put everything away, packed the vehicle up, and off I went. And about 3 hours later, hearing this funny noise every time we go over a bump, and we got out and we looked around the vehicle, but didn't see anything because we didn't look on the side that the tire was coming off. And finally we stopped and looked, and the back tire was nearly came off. Oh man, so lucky. And of course it wrecked the rim. It elongated the rim, the holes in the rim, and it ruined all the studs. I had to get the studs replaced and new nuts. Lost all the nuts, of course, almost all of them. Yep. Puzo, yes, Puzo. We don't get too many Puzos out where I am here. I've seen the odd one. Yeah, definitely don't like removing engines. That's not something I really think of something that's fun to do. Not that I have, but there's just too many bits and wires and hoses and all that stuff. Let someone else do that. Renaults have that. Well, I don't even have that many Renaults here either. Used to have a few more, but since they stopped selling them in Canada. Ado, you nearly threw the torque wrench into the window. Yeah, well, I've had some frustrations like that the odd time too. Excuse me. Yeah, although I think the newer tractors still easy to work on. I know they have a lot of the newer tractors have a lot of sensors and stuff now, getting to be complex like the vehicles, with all kinds of sensors here and sensors there. I still remember back when you looked into an engine compartment of a car and you seen some plug wires, and the alternator had one wire coming off of it, and you had a fuel line going to the carburetor, and well, That was pretty much it. So now everything has a sensor. Oh, snow. Okay, you like snow? Yeah, you won't like it if you get about 6 feet of it. And it's full again. Wow. Okay. I still have all my fingers, Ado. Oh, yeah. It's engines are heavy things. You could lose a finger real easy. Or tips of fingers, or nails, all sorts of stuff. When working as a mechanic, you stick your hands in all sorts of places they shouldn't go. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, don't come here, Southern lady, if you like being warm. Seems like sometimes the only way to stay warm here seems like if you light yourself, you just have to light yourself on fire. Oh, yeah. Yeah, losing the fingernails, that's not uncommon. Oh, I bet you my rock pickers have all filled and they're just continuing to rock pick with a full load of rocks like the workers tend to do that. I hope that gets fixed in the next update. We should be getting an update soon. I think, I do believe they said soon, did they not? And I'm hoping that my crashing issue goes away, because that makes things very frustrating. Alright, so we're going to get the worker to go back to finish up this silage here. And I'm going to check on our rock pickers. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, you're full. Don't know why they don't stop when they're full. Excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. We have some cotton. I'm not gonna harvest any cotton. We're supposed to be getting. I thought it was in testing a bigger cotton harvester with a wider header on it, which would be nice, because cotton harvesting is not fun. Do we have lime? Did we get lime already? Let's see. I thought I had to turn it on, but maybe I didn't have to turn it on. Come on, back up. Back up. So, pretty much I tried downloading... oh, I'm getting caught here. Okay. A lot of the newer mods that we've gotten recently, so these trucks are a fairly recent mod. We got the, am I going to be able to get lime out of this? Come on. Oh yeah, oh, it doesn't, oh, there's stones in there. Okay, I got to turn it on. I'm not going into my menu, sorry, I've already lost the stream once. I don't want to, so... What's next? We've planted that field. I guess we'll finish up with the rock. Where's the other rock picker? He's done. We'll fold him up. Oh, another difference. Uh, Cleaning. Oh, Ado, you did. Yeah. Okay. Mechanic course. You're cleaning pistons from a Ford Fusion. Okay. Look. Yes, it's a car. We have those here. Cars. Ford Fusions. Right. Where did I leave? I left that here. He should be working. Yeah, I went to school for auto body repair. That is my profession, was my profession. The paint side. So I spent the last 30 some years painting cars, sucking in paint fumes, and loving it. But even that part of the industry has changed, a lot since I sound like back in my day, we used to paint cars with a brush. No, we didn't, but close. You did some welding and body repairs? Yeah. Well, when you say welding, I've done a lot of welding, but it's very light sheet metal type welding. We didn't really do a whole lot of. There was a separate welding course for like industrial welding, which is quite a bit different. And even then, back at that time, it was stick welding, right? The arc welding. Not for the body shop. The body shop had MIG welders already. MIG being, what does it stand for now? It's a wire feed welder, light gauge. Come on, where you go? We're gonna need to plow this field. Where is my plow? It's around here somewhere. Oh, I left it over there. All right, we'll get him on the plowing. Yeah, it's funny. So funny you say that. I do know a number of mechanics, they were good mechanics, but they thought they could because they were mechanic, they could fix cars like fix accident repair, fix cars and paint them too. And usually typically with auto body repair, the MIG welders that we use in the auto body repair industry is either argon or a CO2 mix, depending on who your gas supplier is. I think it's it varies a little bit, but basically it's those two. And it's steel welding, although now there's a lot of aluminum panels in vehicles, so they've come out with a bunch of aluminum. I'm not sure what kind of gas they use for. I think I can't remember now what gas they use for aluminum welding. And then now, silicon bronze has become a thing. With the auto body repair industry, it's been about let's see now, 5-6 years since I've been at the shop level. I'm in the supplier level now. Things have gotten quite a bit more complicated. The paint's changed. A lot of up here in Canada, they're the VOC regulation, the volatile organic compounds, such as the kind of basically solvents. So if you know anything about emissions restrictions and so forth, and you look at California, for instance, pretty much all of Canada is about the same emission standards as California is, thereabouts. I mean, there's going to be differences, but in a simplified manner. So paints used to be all solvent based, and now they all have to be compliant, which means can only have a certain amount of solvent content. So a lot of the paint companies have went to a water-based, well, they call it water-based. It's kind of more of an alcohol, water-soluble type based paint. Still has some solvents in it. Yeah. Well, that's it's been like that here, and they keep getting stricter with the VOCs too. So it's a constantly evolving industry just because of all the different. Well, you got the government regulations with the emissions, the VOC regulation, and that has affected other industries too. Even the they call the home paint, or like the kind of paint you buy to paint your house with. It has affected those products as well. Can we? You know what? I've never tried making chaff out of cotton before, and I don't think it's going to work. But we're going to try it anyways, because I got to feel the cotton here, and I'm not gonna harvest cotton. So. Nope. It mulches it. But it's not, no. It won't, welcome everyone to the stream here. Sorry, a fluffy chap. Yeah, it would be fluffy, but it's not letting me. Oh. And crop destruction's on. Welcome everyone to the stream. We're here on the new map, the construction map, which has nothing to do with constructing things and more to do with destructing things. But I do believe the map creator meant it to be like it's open to build stuff on, is what I'm thinking. That's what the intent was, because it's quite wide open, big, and it has some interesting features with the rocks. If we go, let's go find our little friend with the rock picker here. I think he's done. He's just continuing to pick rocks that aren't here. This is one of the new little tractors we got recently. It is the John Deere 6405, 105 horsepower. I got the twins with the little tiny wheels on the front. I kind of like them, and they're cute. And they're pretty gutsy for a little 100 horsepower tractor, actually. And 20 miles an hour is faster than the Fiat. Oh, I'm supposed to be dumping these in the lime crusher here. Watch out. Big little tractor coming through. Get out of the way. Oh, I'm probably going to need to pick up some stones on the... Yeah, this is... This map kind of, not that I played a lot on the... Where did my tractor go? Where's my plow? Why did he stop? You're into 125 hours into no man's. That's a lot. You know what? That's another thing that I've found on Farm Sim 22 is it's harder to make money. It's not that you don't make money. It's just that the cash doesn't start rolling in right away like it did on 19, where you could. What's he doing? Just taking a nap in the shade here? Look at that. Where'd he go? Where is he? What is he doing? Really? You just kind of stopped? Production. Oh my goodness. Production is just dreadful. It is. The production speed. The seed production factory came out yesterday. And so it takes 50,000 liters of all the different grains, not all of them, not sunflowers, but all the main grain types. It only has a capacity of 100,000 liters in storage, and it only produces just under 10,000 liters of seed per month. So there's two ways to look at that. It's, for me, for one thing, it's like if you had a factory that only produced 10,000 liters of seed per month, you're going to go broke really fast. You have to produce a whole lot more than that. No kidding, Steve. I do surely hope that they speed up, because I know my friend John there was on the cotton bales. You know, you can, if you get it going, you can easily get 10, 20 cotton bales on a harvest if you go big. Well, the cotton, the factory where you take the cotton, it'll do 2 per year. I think 2 bales a year. It'll process. Now, what kind of cotton factory facility only produces 2 bales of cotton a year? That's ridiculous. Welcome, Dorado Farmer Sir. Welcome to the stream. We are here on the construction map by I forget who it's by now. The Lort. Yes, you know what? He's done maps on 19 before too. I know that name. I'm pretty sure it's been CBD. How, Chad? Are you feeling better as the lurgy starting to recede? What is this guy doing? I hope you're feeling better. Yes, welcome everybody who's come in to have a look around. We are, just kicking around on the, come on, start, go. All right, there we go. It's kind of a long road. Steve, you did oil seeds? Yeah, the prices I found are really, prices are really kind of tough to, I'm going to say tough to predict. Don't know if they're tough to see. When I was on do all my testing on the French map there, and what should I plant here? Maybe I should plant soybeans. And with the seed, back to the seed production facility, I was testing, looking at seed prices, right? And there was only one place actually that, aside from the seed factory, which you could have it sell seeds itself, because you could set to sell, right, on the factory. I think it was Felsbrunn was the only place you could sell seeds, which means you got to throw it on the train, right? Okay, so it's like, okay, fine. You're only producing 10,000 liters of seed a month, which is not much. But when you go into the menu and look at the price fluctuation, right, by month, it was telling me that, okay, well, I think it was May and September were the peak prices for seeds. It's like, okay, that kind of makes sense. If the spring, of course, spring and fall, I mean, if there's two planting on that map, kind of there's two planting seasons, sort of. And definitely spring would be a planting season, so seed would be at the highest price during planting season, right? That would make sense. So it's like, okay, so I fast forwarded time to watch prices, and the chart kept changing. Every time I went ahead a month, there would be something different. All the levels would, like the high and low prices, the green and red lines were all different. And I kept checking the price, and the price never changed. It was about $2,600 or $2,700 per 1,000 liters for seed, to sell seed, and it never really wavered from that. It was very strange. You'll have to watch the video to see what I mean. It was really odd. What is this guy doing? He's stopped again. Wow. He really doesn't want to plow this field. I can tell. Yeah, and yeah, it's supposed to be a history. Yes, you're right, Steve. It's supposed to be a history, like historical prices of what the price has been in. So it's kind of trying to predict, okay, this is what the price was in the past, and it should be, this is where, where the high prices were. But as I was going forward, like the entire menu would change every time I go forward a month. And drastic, like huge differences in price that it would show on the graph, yet the sell price for seeds never varied by more than $100 throughout the time I was every month I would fast forward a month. I would look at the chart. It changed, but yet the price really didn't change for the sell price for seeds. It would stay around $2,600 to $2,700, and it never really went up or down too much from that. So it was very odd. So I don't know. Is it because I have no idea? I think it's broken. That's my thought anyways. Oh boy. So we're plowing here. Let's get we're gonna need to plow that. Well, we don't have to plow. Let's break some new ground, since we're deconstructing stuff. Where is it? Here we go. I got my favorite versatile. We're plowing some new land. Yes, yeah, see what I mean? Yeah, so you know what I mean. That's what was happening with the seed prices. It would show huge fluctuation in the price, yet when you actually looked at the price of that commodity, like you would keep track. I mean, you go ahead and check the price every month as you go along. It really didn't change that much, and I think there's something askew with the whatever program is running that that thing. Let's see if yep. So a little trick, if you didn't know, as long as you have a little bit of ground you're touching, there are workers doing this right now. You can get a worker to plow a new field as long as you have a little bit of the field touching the cultivator. I'm doing this. Oh, sorry. This is from the Field Creator pack. It gives you a bunch of options that you can take an in-game cultivator and be able to create fields with it. If anyone was wondering what I was doing, so you just have to stop them at the end because otherwise they tend to keep going. Maybe we'll try that. We'll see how far he gets. They'll probably stop because I haven't bought the entire map. So I'm going to set a worker off right here. And even though the description says a worker won't use it, he's used well, or a worker doesn't work it well, or something like that, he's going to plow the field for me, and we'll see what happens when it gets to the end. Because when I first tested this, he just kept going. What's that, Steve? You play as most companies won't store products waiting. Oh, yeah. You know what? Yeah, you just kind of sell them as you get it. And you know what? I think that's where I'm going to end up going to. I'm a little bit stubborn. I still wait until it says it's the best price, and I go there, and I don't keep track of it. And I think you're right. I think what happens is I just hold on to the stuff for a year, and I make an extra $3 for 1,000 liters, and I have to wait all that time. Now, okay, he's going to. Did he stop? Oh, he stopped. What's he going to do? He's going to turn around that way. Okay. Because he missed a little spot. Okay. That's fine. But notice, doing this, you can make a nice straight line when you set the worker off. Unlike me, where I make terrible. If the line's straight, that I'm doing something wrong, because I can't make a straight line if life depended on it. So yeah, it's yeah, year old. Well, it's funny, the lettuce doesn't go bad. Animals won't die if you don't feed them. You can just have them there. They'll just sit there waiting for you to feed them for years and years on end. So there's some interesting little quirks. I mean, if you look at the real world, lots of farmers hold on to their crop for a certain amount of time. So we're going to set. So you need to have a little bit of plowed ground showing, and if you set the worker off, away he goes, and he'll make a nice, really straight line for you. So typically, I mean, there is industries where you can hold product for a certain amount of time. I mean, lots of them do that. There's ways to store things. That's why they freeze vegetables and can them, because you can't all just sell them all when they're ripe, because then you won't have anything the rest of the time of year. So there's a little bit of storage. Farmers do store grain and then wait till the price is better before they sell it, or try to, and stuff like that. But Yeah, you're not going to hold on to lettuce for a whole year. Wait for a better price. Perishables like that, you got to sell as they're produced, and it is what it is. So, but I've been waiting. Like sometimes it's almost a whole year. You hold on to something because um, you think you're going to get a better price. Yeah, yeah. Well, Chad knows for sure. No, yeah, and that's what it is. Chad knows all about it because Chad is that is CBW Farms down. He went the wrong way. Not Chad. So uh, yeah, Chad knows all about. He's an actual real farmer. He has crops. He looks after pigs. And he well, he knows what it's all about. Um, I come from a farming, let's say a farming background. I never grew up on the farm, but yeah, Steve, IKEA doesn't hold on to their chairs. Yeah. um, my parents came from the farm. My uncle still has a farm. Well, he's retired now, but um, he's still on the farm. Um, we live basically. We kind of live in a the city I'm at is a fair sized city, but it still feels like a lot like a farming community. Exploding microwave background. That's nice. Do you have an exploding microwave in the background, or you just keep one handy in case, right? Um, so, I'm living a little bit. I can say, just in the suburbs, but we're still within the city limits, and I only need to drive about 10 minutes, and I'm already driving beside a farmer's field. So farming is a big part of the area where I live, and I live, as a matter of fact, this here tractor that you see right here, this Versatile 550, not well this one because it's a virtual one. Hot pockets? Yeah, well, if you put them in your pocket, it'll be hot. This here Versatile tractor, these are built. Uh, if I get on my bicycle, I'll be there in half an hour, where they build these. This one was built very close to me, and as a matter of fact, my father worked for the company up until 1984 when he passed. But so I have a bit of a soft spot for these Versatile. I was very excited when it was announced that Giants was including the Versatile tractor line on the console. Yeah, Steve, those hot so we got pizza pops here. Those are similar to the hot pockets. Southern lady. So you've your great aunt had a farm. Okay. Well, as I said, I never lived on the farm. I spent my summers out at my uncle's farm when I was a kid, and both my parents, my grandparents, all grew up on a farm. So, but I have an idea. I was never a farmer, and not something I really. Last okay, 8. You went to a farm with horses? Okay. Oh, Chad, you know what? Sacramento. Okay, you're in California. Chad, yeah, you know what? The uh, the living in the middle of nowhere is not entirely a bad thing. Um, However, it's for it's funny. I like the country. I like camping. I like being out in the wilderness, away from everything and everybody. However, I do like where I live and being close to stuff, if you know what I mean. I like having the grocery store down the street, and I like not having to drive 2 hours to the nearest Walmart if I needed to. So yeah, but being out in the country and when it's nighttime and you can see the stars is something you don't get in the city. You just don't. And the part of the country I live in, we're close enough to the north that the northern lights are easily visible if you weren't if you're not inside the city. The light pollution is terrible. You get outside the city for a bit, and the northern lights are the northern lights are something that everyone should see at least once in their life. Pee outside. Sometimes I sneak a little pee in the backyard if no one's looking, but just that's between you and me and the dog. So I just recall being out camping one year, and it was a particularly clear night, cloudless night, no moon, and you could see basically looking in the sky you can see the Milky Way as it is from our. I mean the stars you see were just incredible. Thanks. Okay, Steve. Yeah, you're gonna go grab a wobbly pop, as they say. Um, yeah, Ado, it is. You gain an appreciation when you've seen a little bit of a farm about where your food comes from and what's involved, especially with animals and so forth. I mean, you see a pork chop on a styrofoam plate in this grocery store, but to see, you know, what's involved in bringing that to the table and the people involved in that process, and to think what it would be like without that, right? I guess without being overly philosophical or anything like that, I think it's something that every child should experience too, is a little trip to the farm to kind of get an idea of what, actually why farmers are important. And yeah, yeah, yeah. Take care, Steve. Well, if you're coming back later, we'll be another hour or so. Time flies though, man. 2 hours gone just like that. Um, let's see here. He's probably full. He's still going. Oh, yeah. Yeah, all right. Thanks, Backwoods, for sticking around. Um, the next stream, it seems like I've been kind of on a regular Monday, Friday kind of thing. I think Monday's probably the P comments remind you of something. Oh yeah, is that really, you needed a reminder? Okay, well that's good. Um, so Probably a Monday night stream. Maybe Wednesday. I don't know. See what happens. If there's another... oh, I thought you were going to say pooping over there. You know, okay, you're going to pop in over there. Okay. It's like, you know, I don't know. Peeing in the backyard is one thing, but I don't know about number 2 in the backyard. That might get, you know, a little dicey. But now I've lost what was I talking about? Oh, that's terrible. Well, D, yeah, hydrate, and then D, well, let's say, Ado, yes, tomorrow is, I'll be on. I should be free. We can do something tomorrow. Ado, just hit me up. If I see you on, I'll hit you up. If you see me on, you know, vice versa. We will set something up for tomorrow if that is good for you. And we're going to. I just got to go. Let this guy do his thing for a little bit. I gotta check. I got something cooking in the oven. I don't want it to overcook. I'll just turn the temperature down. Yeah, I did an impromptu one last Wednesday just because, well, I was bored and there was nothing to do, so I just did a live stream. And I think I've figured out my problem with the losing the feed, getting kicked off the broadcast is every time I go into look at the map or into the menu or into the store, it kicks me off of the live stream. So that's why I haven't been looking at my my menus or looking at any of the maps. I would show you the map, but if I did that, it would likely kick me off the live stream. So it has been a little bit frustrating. And as well, I've been having major crashing problems. Mostly going into the store and buying stuff. It would crash my game. I must have sent 100 reports to PlayStation already since the update, because I don't even want to go into the menu to put my help window on. So I didn't really get too much. I thought I got a whole lot more. The John Deere stuff, yeah. Oh, that's just let me know which ones you got. I'll try to get them all downloaded. I'm okay with that. It doesn't take too long to download stuff. Actually, that's the one thing. I don't know if it's the PlayStation or oh, does it crash when I'm not streaming? Oh, like just setting up this map, I must have crashed it 5 times trying to buy stuff to set this map up. Yeah, it crashes. Oh my goodness. I like I said, I think I must have had 100 crashes already. It's just ridiculous. Like 5-6 times a day. It's oppressive, I say. I'm about to write a very strongly worded email if this keeps up. What am I going to do now? Let's see here. We've plowed it. We should seed. Plant or seed. Shall we do some seeding? Do we have any tractors left? He's done plowing. I think the seeders are still at the store. I think... No, here's a cedar here. We got the JD on the cedar. Let's get... Yeah, maybe we'll plant some oats or something. Welcome, everybody. We're on the construction map. And we're just trying out a bunch of different stuff. If there's anything anybody wants to see in particular, if I have it, if I have it purchased, or I can't, unfortunately I'm not going to be able to go into the store menu. It will kick me out of the game. It will crash my game. So, other than that, everything's good. At least we haven't been kicked off the stream since I went into the menu. I think I'm safe if I don't do that. So I apologize if it's kind of limited what we can do, but hopefully. You've been getting some... Okay, so you used to get random... Okay, I haven't got any random crashes. Store crashes... store crashes after viewing mods with many options. Yeah, so... It seems very... it seems very random. That's how it happens with me. I'll go in to look at something. I'll go into the store... If I'm not streaming, just on regularly, I'll go into the store, and going into the main menu doesn't do anything. But as soon as I go pick something and look at it in that little garage area, it'll pause for a second, and then that's when I know I'm toast, and it'll crash. So, and it doesn't... Like, it's never the same. I've had it done with trailers that had no options, no options. Just a plain trailer pops in there, bam, crashes me. I don't get it. So I'm thinking of I'm thinking I'm going to have to uninstall and reinstall the game. And hope that maybe there's some kind of a corrupted file somewhere that's corrupting it. I don't know, but it seems like it's happening to a lot of people, so I don't know. I might have to try it. I'm going to lose all my... I don't know if I'm going to lose all my... Yeah, base game. Yeah. I mean, it's very random. It's just like it just seems to happen like literally randomly. Yeah, the the bales. I still have a bunch of bales in my yeah, well, WD-40 definitely, and we had the duct tape. We had it's a Canadian comedy show called The Red Green. What is he doing? The Red Green Show, and it was all about duct tape. Whoa, dude! No, you have to seed the whole field. Wow, what is he doing? Okay, come on. Oh, I can't back up this. I hate backing up articulated tractors. Oh, and it's so bad with the camera. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, that's terrible. Sorry about that. It was giving me kind of like seasickness just watching that. Oh, yeah, of course he's going to do... Come on. Oh, so you know the Red Green Show, Chad? I didn't know if it was in the U.S. or not. I thought for sure it was a Canadian show, but I could be wrong too. He was very kind of or maybe he was pretending to be Canadian. I can't remember now. It was a while ago. But yeah, it just did crazy stuff with duct tape. We would just it was very goofy, but kind of funny in the same way. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. As I was saying, it's like see that it's yeah pub. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Chad's telling me Chad's confirming with me that that yes, he is Canadian, but that's too funny. It's you had these tufts of like grass tufts around, just scattered about. It's kind of interesting. What am I doing next? Where's my plow? Where's my plow? Oh, he's done already. Okay. And he's over here. I tried to be very well downloading all this stuff. Or not downloading, but buying all this stuff. That was the tagline, Chad. If they can't find you handsome, they ought to find you handy. That was it. That was his thing, I guess you could say. Oh yeah. Yeah, you got it, Chad. So yeah, let's see. We have PBS, the I can't talk. Prairie Broadcasting Corporation, PBS. It's out of the North Dakota. They're based in North Dakota. So we get that channel up here, and a lot of interesting public television is very interesting. It's like they just it's whatever shows they purchase basically. So a lot of the old British shows, and that's for instance Doctor Who. That's where I first seen Doctor Who, and learned to really start to love watching Doctor Who. And they had the series from way back. I mean, the original series. Yes, welcome, Mr. Nemec Dunham. Get ready for the hammer. So yeah, Doctor Who. There's a bunch of other British programs that they would play on the public stations there. And does anybody remember Bob Ross, the TV, the painter dude, with the happy little cloud and the happy little tree? And yeah, remember that? That was on Prairie Public Television for many years. And let's make some more new fields. Bob Ross, yeah. Oh, God bless his soul. Oh, Sherlock Holmes. Yes, of course, Sherlock Holmes, the original with Jeremy Brett. Jeremy Brett, I guess he wasn't the original, but the BBC production of Sherlock Holmes with Jeremy Brett. He was easily the well, if not number one, I mean, I think him and I'm sorry, what's his name? The newest not there is the newest BBC production of Sherlock Holmes too, that Cumberbatch, he also played a really excellent Sherlock Holmes, but Jeremy Brett was was kind of more the tradition. I mean, so of course Cumberbatch is the modern day Sherlock Holmes, but Jeremy Brett, the series was based on the books and was set in the 1800s. And wow, that was very well done. I do remember that. Harry Potter, not so much. Not so much. Lord of the Rings, though, that was epic series, but not a TV series. British shows that, of course, a lot of Cumberpatch, Cucumber Patch, yeah. Yummy, not so much. Faulty Towers, and what was the comedies, like lots of British. There was one called Are You Being Served? Was a British TV show based in a department store setting, played for years and years. Also, I'm trying to think of what was the other one? Oh, it's lost. I've lost the thought. The thought has left me. It'll come to me a minute. Yes, yes, I did see those movies, Southern Lady, and I liked Robert Downey Jr. He played the neurotic kind of genius thing very well, I thought, and I did like his version of Sherlock Holmes very much, actually. Downton Abbey, yes, see, now I never got into that. My daughter did. She watched all of those. But I not so much. Did not so much. The Game of Thrones, I didn't have. That was on one of the paid. It wasn't on my cable service. It was on one of those paid services. So I never watched any of the Game of Thrones. Although I've heard it was very good, and I probably would have liked. I might end up watching it if it ever comes to one of the TV services that I actually subscribe to. Anywho, yeah. What was that? There's actually one really interesting British comedy series right now that I do like. It's called Ghosts. Now that may sound familiar because I think it's NBC. It also has a TV comedy series called Ghosts, but it's with different actors and set in an American setting, whereas the BBC production is the identical plot with the same characters except British characters and set in the UK, of course. And not to be partisan, but I much prefer the British production of the show. I like British comedy. The kind of the dry humor, or the kind of humor, I don't know. It's just, yeah. It's just a preference, my personal preference. Of course, my favorite James Bond character was Sean Connery, Scottish. Although Daniel Craig is pretty good, I gotta admit that. And I did like Pierce Brosnan as James Bond. Roger Moore was not my favorite. As a matter of fact, he was my least favorite out of all the James Bonds. But again, that is my personal opinion. So, What are we doing next year? This is, yeah, so this is the base equipment that you get with the map. I didn't sell it or anything. It's still here. Just nicely sitting here, minding its own business. The only difference that I can tell from this base equipment from the American, I've lost my mind now. The American map, the base game American map, is this Fent here. The other one, the base game tractor is a John Deere. Not this is a Fent favorite 511, obviously. I do like this garage though. This is nice. It is nice, very nice, nice and roomy, kind of homey, warm. It's got a little office. Oh, do you guys want to see? Do you want to find out how to get into this office? I can show you how to get into this office. It's very funny. It's got no doors. It's like, how do you get... Oh, wait a minute. Does this door open? No, this door doesn't open. You may wonder, how would I get into that office? The doors don't open. You can't go in there. Where's my truck? Okay, I got to do this the hard way. Where's my pickup truck? Oh, I scrolled the wrong way, didn't I? I'm going through every vehicle except the truck. There it is. Sorry about that. Okay. If you want to get into somewhere... Oh. Or did you watch my video, Steve? Because I did make a video. The man with the gold gun. The golden gun, perhaps? How about this line? James Bond says, "Do you expect me to talk?" And the evil guy says, "No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die." And then he gives an evil laugh. Whoa! Oh, that was a classic line. So, as you can see, I have a normal, everyday, standard in-game pickup truck. And one day I was just fooling around on a map and parked too closely to said building, such like this, and I got out. Oh, it didn't work on this one. Oh, embarrassing. Oh, I wonder if they fixed that. There we go. Oh, almost. I wonder if they fixed that, or if this building doesn't do that. Come on, get up. Oh, almost. Oh, I'm kind of inside. I'm stuck. I'm stuck in here. Okay. It works on Elengrat. Oh, there you go. See? It's like, ta-da, ta-da. Okay, let's see if I can get into it from the other. Sorry, I'm just kind of screwing around here a little bit. Excuse me, pardon me. Don't mind me. Whoa. I wonder if it'll let me in from the inside. That's a pretty powerful truck. Oh, there we go. Ha-ha! I am in the office. How did I get in there? How do you get out? Well, you just go back in your truck. Ha-ha. Ha-ha. Whoa, there's no collision on that wall. Let's see. Do you want to see to get into the take the bloody Yeah, James Bond. I haven't kind of really lost track a little bit of the series. The latest ones as well. Haven't been to the movies for a couple of years for sure. And the power armored follow. Oh yeah. Um, yes. I guess, yeah, it's been a while since I played Fallout. Where am I going? Where am I going? Where is... Oh, I'm totally going the wrong way. You could get lost out here. Pretty easy. Yeah, it worked really good on Holt Baron. You can get inside of bridges and all sorts of weird places. And into the dealership. I think we should be able to get into this dealership. Oh yeah, here we go. Woohoo! Oh, do these have collision? Whoa! Okay, there we go. Haha! Cool, hey? This is what it's so you kind of like you see it from the outside, but now you can kind of see how the modder kind of put things together. There's kind of like it looks like a wall, but it's not really there. No collisions, of course. You can pretend you can get behind the counter. It's like, hello, sir, how can I help you? Oh. So you wonder, okay, well, whoa, oh, that's the invisible filing cabinet. Okay, never mind. Pardon me, excuse me. Let's get back in the truck. There we go. Cleaver or clever? Motors. How about this building? Oh yeah. Oh, they got grass in here. Yeah. Oh, is that a contrail? No, that's the roof line. Huh. So, yeah. So that's how you get into buildings and other places you shouldn't be in. Oh. But... Oh, and here we go. This is the, whatever this place is. Oh, I'm kind of blocked here. I can't go past there. Anyways, okay, enough shenanigans. I don't have any wheat. I think we planted this combine here. This is one of the newer combines. This one is the, let me look it up on my other computer here. Yes, John Deere T Series and the headers by Gift 25. These are nice little combines. And that's the header that came with it. A 30 and a 35. Interior. Look familiar, Chad? I think you might have something similar to that, don't you? Or maybe yours is a little bit older, perhaps. Not sure what year this is supposed to be. We need to see more videos of your farm, Chad. I think everybody really liked them. I mean, I know I did. I find it. Yeah, I find it. I find there's a YouTuber that many of you may or may not watch. Mike Mitchell. He's a farmer in the South Saskatchewan region, which is somewhat central western Canada, very close to the Montana border area. We've got a very big operation there, and he posts videos nearly every day or every other day about just what goes on in the farm and just different things they have to do and the different things they need to do on a daily basis to keep a farm running, and pretty down to earth kind of guy. Very typical, I would say. Well, as typical Canadian farm dude as you could get, pretty much. He's a pretty entertaining fellow, kind of very good-natured, very happy-go-lucky kind of guy. It's not all serious and all gloom and doom. I mean, he has things that go on, and I don't know. It's just interesting. I find it very, very interesting seeing. Yeah, no, and that's the life of a farmer, right, Chad? I mean, there's busy times when you're going completely insane, and other times when things are just the regular daily routine. Pigs and hauling corn, yeah. So corn. Oh, speaking of corn, that's what we got here. So this isn't going to do me any good over here. I can't even remember what I have planted. Oh, we got some sunflowers. We could probably go to sleep for this one. It hasn't got anything planted in it at all. We should probably plant something there. That would be nice. Oh, there's my other cedar. I got no... Ooh, Hey, little fella. Want to go for a ride? You have any of these little guys kicking around the yard there, Chad? I think I seen you had something... Well, not... I mean, I'm going to say similar when I mean a two-wheel drive with a two-wheel drive John Deere. There's a lot of two-wheel drive John Deeres out there. It's kind of generalizing a little bit too much, I know, but it's front wheel assist. Okay, yeah, with the loader, okay. Hey, Rusco Pico train. Flash. Well, I remember oh man, the Dukes of Hazzard. So I was still pretty young when that was that was an ongoing series, as in still in production, and they were showing the weekly episodes of the Dukes of Hazzard, and that was my grandpa's favorite, one of his favorite shows. That and Lawrence Welk, but that's beside the point. And some of you old coots out there should remember Lawrence Welk. I'm pretty sure you should. Whether you liked it or not, I don't judge, but you probably still remember him. Anyways, but the Dukes of Hazzard, yeah, he something. Daisy Duke was a fine young country girl, and Cooter was you remember Cooter? He was a mechanic dude that always did stuff for them, of course. Yeah, and Enos had the hots for Daisy. She could always get him to do all kinds of things not legal to help out the Duke boys, and they always I'm sure I'm going to say something that most of you already know and probably heard a million times, but that show is probably the one and only thing that has made that particular car so rare and popular. They must have crashed the bubble machine. Oh yes, indeed, the Lawrence Welk bubble machine. I mean, they still play episodes on TV on the public station. It's pretty. I mean, I can't say it's something that I watch to really. Not that I really enjoy that particular type of music. That was the music of my grandfather liked to watch. It's not its bad music. I mean, it's classic stuff, right? But it was a very particular kind of style during those years, of course. Let's do oats because oats are the fastest to mature by far. Not particular. Oh, this thing does not want to pull that very good, does it? Well, let's swap out that tractor. Yeah, and a 1 and a 2, and that was his thing. Mr. Lawrence Welk. That was the show to be on if you were a performer of some kind wanting to get exposure. Just like any popular TV show in any particular time in history, I can think of a lot of different TV shows that had that everybody anyone who was anyone wanted to be a guest star on, right? And then yeah, yeah, they made you watch it, right? Okay, so if anybody, one of my all-time favorite, how many licks to the center? Oh yeah, I don't know how many. I could never wait. I always had to bite it. I could never wait that long. So, Columbo with Falk, his name, 3. And I forget his name, but it's something Falk, right? Oh God. Anyways, Columbo. Oh my goodness, that is classic mystery type 70s TV, and anybody who was anybody wanted to be a guest star on that. Leonard Nimoy was a guest star. I guess most of the and the owl, yes. Anybody like Captain Kirk. Now I've lost my mind again. You know what? My memory is just, I can't. Names escape me like crazy. But anyways, there was a show that everybody had to be, and they were always the bad guy, right? It was always, if you were a guest star on Columbo, you were the guy that killed someone and tried to get away with it. And Columbo, the bumbling, detective, would come in there and, oh, just one more thing, just one more thing. Hold on, wait. Well, oh, William Shatner. Oh goodness, thanks. And he's Canadian too, right? So I should be ashamed of myself. William Shatner, of course. Yeah, so he was on there too. Of course, I remember that episode, part of it, anyways. Leonard Nimoy, all the stars of the time would have to be, and then of course the Muppet Show. Everybody remembers the Muppet Show, right? I hope so. Anyways, that was another TV show where. If anybody who was anybody, Peter Falk, yes, of course. Oh, Chad, you're a saint. Peter Falk, I love that man. He was brilliant in that show. I would, I'd see episodes on now, I'll watch them because it's classic stuff. It's just so good. But the Muppet Show too, right? Anybody who was anybody wanted to be on the Muppet Show because that was the thing. That was the show to be on, and everybody who was anybody at the time. So what show now? I mean, I'm trying to think. I don't watch a whole lot of actual Beverly Hills. Oh, yeah, Axel F. Oh my. Yeah. What are they? I never could remember what their names are. So what's this? How did we ever get here? I guess we'll never know. It's like some kind of torture to have to watch this show. Oh, is that? Oh, are you talking? Is that the two old guys? They're what they're saying. That sounds familiar. Oh yeah. Um, and Gaunt's. Oh, Joe. Yeah, don't. Yeah, I. I'm not going to talk about Joe Rogan because I have a very strong opinion about that. So we'll leave that subject. But yeah, talk show. I mean, talk shows have always been about people, right? And my favorite was Johnny Carson, of course, on the Tonight Show. Um, that he was the Tonight Show, and I know Jay Leno was pretty good, and I don't even know who's doing it now because I won't watch it. But Johnny Carson and Ed McMahon, that was just wow. Speed. Yeah, well, Sandra Bullock and Tom Cruise made a fine combination. That was. Are you talking? Yeah, here's Johnny. Do 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 do. I still that yeah, I wasn't so much of a Letterman fan, particularly because, but totally Johnny Carson. Yes, we watched it every night. Um, I think it was on after MASH, actually, if I remember, or perhaps not. But yeah, yeah. Oh man, so many. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, but I mean, we always have. I mean, the talk shows we have now are, well, they yeah. I guess the Tonight Show is still on, but yeah, I don't watch it. Saturday Night Live was the pinnacle of late night comedy at one time, and that was when um, like guys like Richard Pryor and oh well that genre from the the, the, the 80s kind of crew that was funny stuff. Not so funny anymore, at least I don't think so. But the Terminator, yeah, the Governator. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's going. Well, yes. Well, if you're talking Joe Rogan, yeah, that's totally political. And there's a lot of, well, if you're talking political, um, there, but I like political satire. So, and the Daily Show. Was it the Daily Show? There was two political satire shows late night, and there was it was the Daily. No, it was before that. No, I can't remember the name of the show. It was, of course, deliberately over the top. Cops, yeah. I didn't much like. You know what? The first reality show that I remember that ever really was the first Survivor, the first episode of the first season of Survivor I watched. But after that, it seemed like everybody wanted to jump on the reality TV thing, and for the longest time, that's all we got with like the Big Brother and Survivor 64 episode, seasons 32 or whatever it is at now. Nick at Night, yeah. My Three Sons, Car 54, yeah. Those are all My Mother the Car, My Favorite Martian. How about what else? Some of those good old Green Acres. The Beverly Hillbillies. Who could forget the Beverly Hillbillies? Ellie Mae was pretty good looking for a country girl. Well, and a lot of that stuff you can find now too for the miracle of the internet. Knight Rider was Knight Rider was yes, very popular for me to watch. And before that, it was the like the Fall Guy, if you remember that, or the $6 Million Man. Steve Austin is the $6 Million Man. Oh, that was one of the. And don't forget Battlestar Galactica. That was my favorite. Can't miss that. Oh, and anybody remember Space 1999? Yeah, that was a good one too. All those kind of space shows. I mean, the original Lost in Space, that was a little bit older. So that was kind of like 60s kind of thing. Monkeys, yeah. Right. Airwolf, yes, of course, Airwolf. Who could miss the Airwolf? Oh, if you're talking about well, of course, it was more the campy type of the Brady Bunch kind of thing. That was always on. Or the Partridge Family. The A-Team? Yeah, who could forget the Partridge Family? That was on for many years. Oh, and of course, Happy Days. Herbie, yeah. Herbie the Love Bug. Smokey the Bandit. That was That never was a series. It was a movie. What's that? Yeah. So with Happy Days, like Laverne and Shirley, that was like on all the time. Other TV shows. Oh, there's so many. Mr. Bean. Yeah, that's more recent, of course. What was I going to say? Oh, it's one of the TV shows that I'll always remember, and it was always on, was Sanford and Son. Oh, that was like to watch it now. I think I would kill myself laughing, or maybe not. But anyways, Magnum PI. That was something I watched a lot of. Because it was, everybody wanted that really cool. Or the Ferrari he drove around, of course. That wasn't his. I think you're done, sir. Let us move you on to... I think we're done seating here. Turkey TV. I don't remember that one. It's the big one. And his buddy Lamont, right? I don't know why it's like... He's always like, it's the big one. It's the big one. Oh, and kind of something that I never appreciated. I guess I was a little bit too young when it was playing the Taxi, but the theme song always stuck with me, and I love the theme song from that show, and it was definitely a classic TV show. Hill Street Blues. St. Elsewhere. That one I watched a lot. Hill Street Blues not so much, but St. Elsewhere, for some reason, captivated me. I watched every episode I could find. Don't know why. Maybe just the characters, the mix, the kind of the different. The different, situations. Cheers, yeah, Cheers. I watched a lot of Cheers. Actually, Norm was pretty funny, kind of like Norm, but it kind of annoyed me and fast. Like, I mean, I watched it because it was on all the time, right? And of course, the spin-off Frasier ended up after Cheers ended, then Frasier started kind of spin-off from that, and that went on forever and ever and ever. Oh, there's some big rocks in this. Yeah, Norman Cliff. Oh, so speaking of Cliff, postman, right? So he's a postman by trade, and he always knew everything. He was Mr. Trivia, right? Yeah. Yeah, Steve. Now nothing ever turns off, right? Right? Yeah, I remember the test pattern and the song at the but if y'all remember the Cheers episode where Norm gets to go on Jeopardy, anybody remember that episode? Because that was one of the episodes that kind of stuck in my mind as remembering, and it was just an incredibly, yeah, it's just incredibly funny episode, and in true type of comedy fashion, right? I mean, he makes it on Jeopardy. I don't remember the circumstances. He makes it onto Jeopardy, and I kind of vaguely remember how it plays through, but and the categories are like the U.S. Postal Service and beer, and the categories were all the other things that were just like baseball and and stuff like that, and of course he just kills it, right? He's just like aces he knows, and like all the categories are everything that he knows. And if I remember correctly, he bets it all at the end for Final Jeopardy, and it comes up like some kind of I can't remember the question or the answer, like, and he got stumped, right? He just didn't know it. It was some kind of obscure kind of whatever question, and he loses all the money. That's how I remember it anyways. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how I remember it. And it would be like kind of typical a typical scenario that would happen to Cliff, kind of is that how you were anybody Steve, is that how you remember it, Steve? I mean, that's kind of how I remember it. Well, we have talked away the hour, and we haven't even let anything grow yet. But we didn't crash, and we didn't bounce the feed. Oh, Chad, you remember that episode too? Yeah, I that's how I remember. I forget the details, but that's how I remember how it went. But then there was always Seinfeld too, of course, and I had a kind of a love-hate relationship with that TV show. I didn't always like it. I found it a little bit pretentious at times. But it did have some really funny episodes, and I did love Kramer. Of all the characters, Kramer and Newman, actually, Newman was pretty. The kind of the interaction between Jerry and Newman was pretty classic. But I think I need to eat dinner. And to those of you still here, thank you for sticking around. It was a great time. I had a good time. We get to check out the new map. We had some good conversation. Ado, if you're still there. Newman. Hello, Newman. Ado, keep best unplug that microwave overnight. Oh, are you Googling that, Steve? Who are three people that have never being in my kitchen. Oh boy. That's a good one, Steve. Google is the friend of everybody now, isn't it? The instant the instant trivia answer that Google is. But yeah, I'm gonna have to spend some quality time with some chicken and a beverage of some kind. And yeah, but success, I call it a success. We only got bounced once when I looked in a menu, and since I think I figured it out, I cannot look at the game menu, and we will be all good. Oh yeah, who needs to know anything, right? You just Google it. But thank you, everybody. Thank you to CBW, of course. Stick it in there. 8:00. It is 3 o'clock in the morning. It's time for bed. Steve, I think you are actually probably, it's only about 7 o'clock where you're at, if I'm guessing correctly. Yes, Ado, we will see you tomorrow, and I'll be wearing my John Deere coveralls. Google doesn't like it when you say Google it? Really? Thanks, Chad. Yeah. We will. Oh, Sunday, I'm going to be, yeah. Sunday, I'm going to be busy. Maybe I might be celebrating, or I might be crying in a beer or something. 9 p.m. Oh, so you're Central Standard Time, Steve, just like me. All right. KCMO time. Oh, yes. Oh, Kansas City, Missouri. Oh, yes, of course. You're my Kansas City buddy. Yes, go Chiefs. Oh, yeah. Me and Chad's a Chief fan, too. Let's go, Mahomes. Gonna kick some tiger butt. Some Bengals. They're gonna be skinned. I want to see them skinned. I want to see them lying, bleeding on the field, shivering in fright from the mighty Kansas City offense, and I hope the defense shows up, because they really didn't show up last game, and had me really worried, and I had about 6 heart attacks. But yes, that's right. Detroit, you're the displaced Detroit fellow in Kansas City. That's okay. I understand. Yeah, it's about 8 hours south of me, or so about thereabouts. Yeah, Lions. They went home, but they did beat. Did they not beat the Packers the last game of the year? Oh, Nick, you're back. Okay. Well, I'm trying to end it. It's so hard to end. Yeah, I know, Steve. But I think they beat and it's so nice to see the Packers getting packed up and out of there, and the Titans and the Buccaneers. Oh, I was. Yeah, 3 wins. Yeah, I know. It's at least it's not like what that season they went 0-16. So just be happy. I was almost hoping to see the Bucs in the final again, so the Chiefs could beat their ass. But I'm happy with this, where they get embarrassed embarrassed in their first game, and get removed from the playoffs. And Yeah, so it'll be an interesting Sunday. Yeah, no, not trying to dig up bad memories there, Steve. But there's been some tough year. There was some tough years at Kansas City as well, that I care not to think of. So, anyways, I have to cut the cord, cut the umbilical cord now. I'm going to say thank you again. Sorry, Nick, for we're cutting you off here, but thanks for popping back in. Time for a few wobbly pops if you have. And we will see you Monday night. I believe Monday night we will resume our nostalgic trip to the past when it comes to whatever you want to talk about. Good night, Chad. Good night, Steve. Good night, Nick. Good night. Anybody else who's here still? And all the nothing dies in it. Well, I don't. No, I don't think. Well, yeah, they can wither now, but I got them turned off. Good night, everyone, and remember, it's just a game. So have fun, and don't forget to leave a tasty little donut. Like. Have a good night, everyone. Sleep tight, and we'll see you on Monday.